Marshawn Lynch was chaos in the shoulder pads. He did not just run the football, he attacked it. He attacked defenders. He attacked entire defenses like it was personal. Beast mode was not a nickname people made up for fun. It was a warning label. If number 24 got the ball and you were standing in front of him, you were about to be part of a highlight. He turned simple handoffs into violent art. He left linebackers flat on their backs. He stiff-armed safeties into the ground. And in one playoff game, he ran so hard that he literally caused an earthquake. But for all the broken tackles and unforgettable moments, there is still one question that follows his legacy everywhere. In the biggest moment of his career, with a Super Bowl on the line and the ball at the 1-yard line, the Seahawks did not give him the ball. So how good was Marshawn Lynch, actually? To answer that, you have to go back to Oakland. Growing up in California, Lynch was tough, competitive, and different from the start. At Oakland Tech High School, he was a star long before anyone called him Beast Mode. As a senior, he ran for over 1,700 yards and 23 touchdowns. And that was not all. He played defense, he returned kicks, he lined up at quarterback when needed. He was the best athlete on the field every single week. Coaches saw the power, teammates saw the fire, recruiters saw a future star. When it came time for college, he stayed home and chose Cal. As a freshman, he was not even the starter, but every time he touched the ball, it felt explosive. He averaged nearly 9 yards per carry in limited action. That is not normal. That is dominance, waiting for opportunity. By his sophomore year, he became the featured back, over 1,200 rushing yards, big plays in big games. Cal won 10 games, and Lynch proved he could carry a serious offense. Then in his junior season, everything clicked. 1,300 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns, tough runs between the tackles, smooth catches out of the backfield. He ran with attitude. He ran like he was daring defenders to try him. He even celebrated a dramatic win by taking the injury cart for a joyride around the field. He was fearless, he was confident, and the NFL was watching. In the 2007 draft, the Buffalo Bills selected him 12th overall.
With the 12th pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Marshawn Lynch, University of California.
Buffalo needed toughness. They needed identity. Lynch gave them both immediately. In his rookie season, he rushed for over 1,100 yards and scored 7 total touchdowns. Only Adrian Peterson had more rushing yards among rookies that year. That is elite company. In his second season, he crossed 1,000 yards again and made the Pro Bowl. He became just the 3rd player in Bills history to begin his career with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Oh, look at this run! What a run! Marshawn Lynch has blockers now. He's dancing his way for the touchdown.
But Buffalo as a team struggled. The offense was inconsistent. Coaching changes created instability. Off the field, Lynch faced legal trouble and a suspension that damaged his standing with the organization. By 2010, it felt like his time in Buffalo was ending. Then Seattle made the call. In October of 2010, the Seahawks traded for Marshawn Lynch. At the time, it did not seem like a franchise-changing move, but it became exactly that. Pete Carroll was building a new culture in Seattle. Physical, aggressive, confident. Lynch fit perfectly. His first few games were solid.
Passion for that guy here, and Pete Carroll is riding a wave right now.
Then came the playoffs. Wildcard weekend against the defending champion Saints. Late in the 4th quarter, Lynch took a handoff, broke one tackle, spun out of another, stiff-armed a defender into the dirt, bounced off more contact, and ran into the end zone. The crowd exploded. The stadium shook. The run became known as Beast Quake. In that moment, Marshawn Lynch and the Seahawks found their identity. From 2011 through 2014, Lynch was the heartbeat of Seattle. In 2011, he rushed for over 1,200 yards and scored 12 touchdowns, including an 11-game touchdown streak. Every week he punished defenses. Every week he delivered something memorable. In 2012, rookie quarterback Russell Wilson arrived, but Lynch was still the engine. Nearly 1,600 rushing yards, 5 yards per carry. First team All-Pro. He was not just productive, he was dominant. He wore down defenses over 4 quarters. He closed games in bad weather. He thrived in physical battles. In 2013, everything came together. The Legion of Boom defense was terrifying. Wilson was efficient, and Lynch was in his prime. Seattle finished 13-3. In the playoffs, Lynch delivered crucial performances, grinding out yards and scoring touchdowns in big moments. In the Super Bowl against Denver, Seattle dominated. Lynch scored. The defense overwhelmed one of the highest scoring offenses in league history. Marshawn Lynch became a Super Bowl champion. The following season, Seattle returned to the Super Bowl. Late in the fourth quarter, trailing by 4 points, they drove to the 1-yard line. Lynch had already rushed for over 100 yards. He had been unstoppable in short yardage situations his entire career. 1 yard stood between Seattle and back-to-back championships. Instead of handing him the ball, they threw it. Interception. Game over. That decision still sparks debate today. Many believe Lynch would have scored. Many believe Seattle would have won again. That moment changed the narrative, but it did not erase his greatness. Injuries began to catch up with him in 2015. Back problems, a sports hernia. He played only 7 games before stepping away.
Crowd is very excited to see him. Unfinished business.
He announced his retirement quietly, posting an image of his cleats hanging from a power line. No speech, no spotlight, just a symbol. But Beast Mode was not done.
No, I'm done. I enjoyed my time playing. Now I'm starting to watch my cousins do their thing. I'm retired. Is that good enough? Which camera you want me to look into? This one? Me.
In 2017, he returned to play for his hometown Oakland Raiders. At 31 years old, he still ran hard. Nearly 900 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. He still broke tackles. He still brought intensity. Later, in 2019, Seattle called him back during a playoff push. At 33, after time away from football, he returned and scored in the postseason. Even then, he brought energy and belief to the locker room.
Scary niggas square saying hanging pieces remain nameless.
When you look at the numbers, they are impressive. Over 10,000 rushing yards, 85 rushing touchdowns, 5 Pro Bowls, 1 Super Bowl ring. But Marshawn Lynch was more than numbers. He changed the emotional tone of games. He gave Seattle identity. He made football feel raw and physical. Every time he touched the ball, something dramatic felt possible. So how good was Marshawn Lynch actually? He was one of the most feared and physical running backs of his generation. A player who defined an era for the Seahawks. A player whose style could not be copied, and a player who, in the biggest moment of his career, never got the chance to decide it himself. Beast Mode was not just about stats. It was about power. It was about presence. It was about playing the game on your terms. And when Marshawn Lynch ran, you did not just watch, you felt it.